Hey, I just set up my desk keyboard this morning, as you can see here, and in anticipation for the Ultimate Typing Championship on Saturday, and I am going to type for 1 hour on the site Monkeytype, which I have not used much, but it's extremely popular with people in the typing community right now. I've just got to mount the camera right so you can see the keyboard. Yeah, not very smooth of me. Okay, yeah, that's probably about as well as I can do it, even though there's a little glare over the caps lock, but I won't be using the caps lock since I'm going to be doing it all lowercase text. I will not be typing while I'm doing this. The record, I believe, is 181 words per minute by Jashe, one of my Patreon subscribers. And alright, I will start this. Oh yeah, I've got to turn the display capture back on, obviously. I am going to be focusing. Stay safe and take breaks. That's funny. I am going to stay focused on accuracy. I do not really think I can beat Shaq very convincingly if I play his game. He is faster, he has higher top speed. So if I'm going to beat him, I have to focus extra hard on accuracy, I think. For playing different games, I can win. If I'm trying to just play speed, I'm not sure that I can. So I'm going to try really hard on accuracy for this to get into the groove of both using this keyboard and practicing specifically accuracy. So here we go. I wish there was a clock here. You can probably set up a clock there, but I didn't do it. Can't go back more than one word. Okay, I haven't used this very often. I don't know what the rules are. short words after words where you make an error can kill, because you won't correct them in time. Probably shouldn't have tried to correct that. That it's between. that was 18 and a half rows without making an error. That's insane. That was only 2. Yeah, I can stop trying to count these. I probably won't beat that for the rest of the hour. It was dumb of me not to make sure I had a clock here because I want to look at it. And of course there's the possibility that my stream might crash. Well, it's a recording, so it probably won't crash. If it was a stream, it would die. Are the fans too loud? It's still very hot because I don't really have functioning air conditioning or anything. I mean, I have an air conditioner, but it won't fit in the window without there being holes, so it would be easy for it to fall out and easy for my cat to jump out. I had a cat that jumped out of the window a couple of months ago. And no, I don't think talking caused that error. I'm barely paying attention, and it's probably better to barely pay attention almost. Has to be kind of like soothing for a lullaby. If you're really stressing yourself out, you won't last an hour. Yep, it's always those short words where I finish typing them before I notice I've mistyped the previous one. I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining. This is probably still going to be 99% accuracy, which is probably more than almost anybody except Aaron Adams could do in an hour. Or Mako or Noah, probably. Yeah, I was looking at the clock, it's 10:45 now, so I've probably been at this, I don't know, at least 20 minutes, probably 20 minutes. Alright, I've clearly adapted to this new keyboard immediately. I mean, I did have a DOS keyboard. before. Wow, 2 of them. There was the one they sent me for finishing in the top 3 in the 2010 semifinals. And my mom spilled soda in that the weekend before I moved back to Syracuse in 2011. They sent me another one when I did an interview for them, maybe in 2012 or something, but that one wore out. And this is the first one I've had since. Couldn't afford to buy a mechanical keyboard, but I'll happily accept one that I am given for free. Well, I probably could afford mechanical keyboards, but I mean, there are always 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 more important things to do with that kind of money. That's what people don't get. I sort of consider this a luxury. It's not like I hate mechanical keyboards, they're fine, but I usually prefer cheaper ones for the money. Although admittedly, I will admit this will probably last longer, so it may be worth it in the end. And in a world where first world overconsumption is leading to a mass extinction of species right now, I probably should be buying things less often to see what I can do to slow that descent. And I should stop talking, especially about this heavy stuff, both because that could alienate people and because it might be distracting me. I don't think it is, but I was not sure I'd have the strength to do this because I've generally been a lot weaker physically than I was like 10 years ago, but it looks like I'm going to be fine. I mean, this has always been the only kind of quote-unquote athleticism I've ever had for typing, so guess it doesn't matter how crappy I feel otherwise. A lot of my errors are reading the wrong word. I read there as these and more as move. Alright, gotta shut up again. for me, making one error makes it so much likelier that I'll make another error soon after. So it definitely has to do with getting in the groove and the flow, the zone, whatever cliche you want to use there. Yeah, I looked at the clock again, and that probably did distract me. It's 10:55 now. That minute was probably only like 128 per minute. I don't think breaking 181 will be that easy because, I mean, there are a lot of people now who are faster than I am at these sort of tests with no capitalization or punctuation. There are a ton of people beating me on 10 fast fingers now, and I see these scores of like 240 or 250 over 15 seconds, and they blow my mind. I can't really get more than 220 even on that. Although I think this is a game of the young, and I have gotten old. Burst typing is a game of the young. I don't think you can really set top typing speed records besides endurance ones much past the age of 25 nowadays, and it might be even younger than that. At my peak dominance, which was around 2012 or something, I was 27 years old. But that's really because millennial typists did not grow up doing this. There weren't many of us who started typing when we were 3 or 4 years old. There were a ton of Zoomers who did so. I wonder if that counts as 7 errors. I know there are sites that do stuff like that, like the site Cameron Touchette List launched Keymap. What I do like about this interface is its simplicity and how easy it is to load. The lack of flashy graphics makes my browser and my weak computer fun. But I do have to admit, typing strings of random words bores me. It's not interesting. You don't learn anything from it. Still, I know this is probably something people expected me to do, and I've only typed for like 1 hour straight once, and I didn't record it. On something on Noah's TypeRacer data site where he had it select an endless string of random sentences from actual TypeRacer text, sort of like what PyGames.net does, and I typed for an hour on that, and got 160 words a minute or something, but I didn't record it. And I also had issues scrolling the screen because that did not work very well on Noah's site. I don't know when I'm going to get on here, but I would not be surprised if I don't break 181 on this. Again, Jashe wasn't talking, I'm sure, and I am. I don't really have a good feel for my speed anymore. I could not really tell you what the difference between 170 and 190 is. In the old days they could. The typists like Albert Tangor and George Hosfield from the 20s and the 30s. They used to have these exhibitions where they would increase their speed by 10 words per minute over and over. Like they would type 10 words per minute for one line, then 20 words per minute on the next line up to like 140 or 160 or whatever. I could not feel those fine distinctions. Speaking of Hosfield, I have been talking to his grandson on LinkedIn, and he has given me some good information about the classic contests for my later book chapters. And I've already talked to Albert Tangor's son as well, so I should have a lot of good original information there about the 19th and 20th century typing scenes. I also just finished, on Saturday night, my most recent chapter about all the important games in typing history, going back to the early, like, DOS, Atari, Apple, Commodore 64 games, all the way to the present day. I mean, I did mention Monkey typed for a couple of sentences, and I did get interviews with all 6 of the webmasters who created the sites I consider majorly historically important: TypeArray, Typing Zone, PyGames, 10 Fast Fingers, TypeRacer, and Nitro Type. I would not be surprised if this game eventually challenges the big 3. It's already more popular than TypeArray or Typing Zone. I think I like Typing Zone better, but it just didn't adapt to the modern internet like this site has. I guess this site holds the same niche that PyGames.net did 10 years ago with its sheer adaptability, like how, oh, I missed that, PyGames allowed you to type a test at any length, and so does this game, whereas like 10 Fast Fingers limits you to typing 10 minutes straight. I do like that unlike 10 Fast Fingers, this site does allow you to practice actual sentences, because I much prefer typing like that to this endless random word stuff that makes no sense. I do think comprehensibility matters a lot to me in typing. It's easier for me to type sentences where like one word predicts what the next word will be than this random stuff. I might be faster at this because there's no capitalization and punctuation, but it definitely feels less comfortable to me. I mean, we'll see if I beat what I did over 15 minutes on highgames.net all those years ago in 2011, I guess, when I did 174. I am faster than I was in 2011, not by a lot, but I am. But I might not have the endurance I used to, being older and weaker. And also I'm talking, but I really don't know that that's affecting me at all. I don't know that it ever has. Alright, it's been another 10 minutes. Usually each time I check it's been another 10 minutes. And that may have caused that error. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get the 181. I can't really feel it, but this could be 190 and I don't even know it. I have no idea. I'd like to see a running speed. So I could bail if I wanted to and do this again, and I'd like to see a running time, but those are probably features you can have that I didn't even look to add. So I might have been at this like 40 minutes or something, that's what it feels like. And while I'm hot and almost sweaty, I don't know that. I'm really worn out. I might be ready for the contest. I mean, my bigger problem is probably the specifications on my computer, and I'll talk about that after I'm done. I kind of expect to not get the 181 that Jashe had because he beat me over the fastest 10 minutes on 10 fast fingers. Maybe he tried much harder to get it, but if he beat me over 10 minutes, I don't see any reason why he won't beat me over 60 here. Especially since he's probably improving faster. And even the lack of ergonomics doesn't seem to be affecting me, like not having a bar under my wrists or whatever. I've probably warped my hands and my wrists like a guitar player or something in such a way that there are things I can do that don't hurt me that would probably hurt other people if they did them. I mean, maybe the same thing with the bad posture, I don't know. I do hurt, but I'm sure from lack of, in other ways, but I'm sure from lack of exercise and eating terribly and sleeping terribly. I don't think it has anything to do with this. I do think I definitely prefer this keyboard to the one I was using the last couple weeks in the Ultimate Typing Championship qualifying round. But that was a rubber dome, and I'm always slower on rubber domes, and it's taking me way too long to get 200 on those. I don't think it would on this keyboard. Membranes are fine, I think chiclets are fine, I don't think I'm slower on those, but I am significantly slower on rubber domes. And even slower than that on laptops. I did not grow up with laptops, could not afford them, they were much more expensive than desktops, which in my day we considered real computers. LOL. Another two-letter word after error. I'm doing this a lot. Well, obviously not a lot, but it's a sizable proportion of the errors that I'm not correcting now. Another error I didn't feel and didn't see. Well, it's at the end of the line, that's why. I do feel most of my errors though. Alright, I was doing an interview yesterday and I was asked if I sweated while typing and I said no, I am sweating through my shirt right now. Guess this is what happens when I don't take breaks, but I'm not going to do an AFK here. I won't break 181 words per minute if I do that. I might not even hear. I don't know. Can't feel what this score is going to be at all. It might be a pleasant surprise. Alright, this is proving I probably still have the stamina for competition on Saturday, and the only reason I didn't in the clicking championship was because it was at 3 in the morning, and even though I have stayed up that late more often than I would like, including that day I was rushing to finish that chapter after I missed the deadline. So often at time I'm not that coherent. This is sloppy. Yeah, I'm blinking hard. I'm guessing my eyes are watering now. Even if I don't break the record, I'm probably not doing this again anytime soon, even for months or something. I don't really find this fun, but it was something I thought I should do. Well, I don't really find typing much fun to begin with. It's just something I randomly taught myself to do that I don't care anywhere near as much as a lot of other people do. I wish I did, but I am enjoying looking up all this typing history stuff and interviewing with typists more than actually the act thereof. And we're having a rainstorm out now. That's not distracting me though. Having this light on kind of is distracting me. Because my eyes do not react well to light. I have a light sensitivity, which is common with people with autism. When I'm not recording or typing something I had handwritten, like my book, which I do handwrite a lot of it at work before I type it here, I like to leave basically all lights off, because my eyes can't really handle it. But I have to have it on so people can see my hands. I am done. Oh, I didn't even get it. I didn't even get it. Would I have gained 4 words per minute by not talking? I don't think so. I mean, my raw speed was 178, so I mean, Jashe beat my raw speed with his corrected speed. And he had, I mean, I kind of figured that was going to happen, because he had also beaten my 10-minute record on 10 fast fingers. Sites like this, by not having any capitalization or punctuation, it's just about burst. And I mean, there are a lot of people who can burst better than me now. Maybe there weren't 5 years ago, but there are now. So yeah, alright. I'm disappointed, certainly, but I don't think, since my raw speed was lower too, I don't think that I would have gotten a higher score if I hadn't been talking. I really don't. At least not that much higher. So it seems to me I basically need a text with an actual text, you know, with punctuation or capitalization and stuff to win, because when it's just typing endless lowercase words, there are plenty of other people who are faster than me, and other people who are sustained faster than me at that. I probably will not ever hold any records on this site, I guess, if I can't even get that one. But I mean, records are made to be broken, and I was... Even though it looks like my era is just about over at this point, I was dominant for like a decade, and that almost never happens. I still don't think I have no shot of winning the Ultimate Typing Championship, because I did beat Czech fairly recently in March in the typing match 1, and I got a 184 average to his 181. What scared me is when in the second match, which I did not compete in June, Czech got a 191 average. He raised it to 10 by 10 words a minute. I don't know if that's something he's sustained. If it has, I'm probably going to lose. What were my slowest minutes like? My slowest minutes were in the 170s. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even really read that well. There's so much information there that my computer's having trouble processing it. Did I lose the connection while I was recording? No, I did not. Good. So, yeah, it's disappointing, but it's not surprising to me because a lot of other people have passed my top speed, and this is all about top speed. Apparently, it's all about top speed even for an hour, because there are no capitals or punctuation to slow people down. Had this game existed a mere year ago, I'm sure I would have had this record. But I mean, yeah, Jashe beat me over 10 minutes. I'm not surprised he beat me over an hour. I have gone up in speed a little. Well, it was 174 over 50 minutes in 2011. Now this is 177, but there was no capitalization or punctuation. So maybe I'm no faster at all. I was faster on typewriter. Maybe that's because I have experience with the quotes. I'm not going to try very hard again to break that, because I don't think I will. And if I do, I think Jashe will probably break it like at his next attempt. I'm also disappointed it was 98% accuracy instead of 99, but that's petty. So yeah, disappointing, but still obviously good. And Shaq would probably be like 190 on this, because maybe typists like Jashe, maybe they just burst harder. They can't sustain an hour burst and aren't even trying to correct their errors. Maybe that's what you have to do, not try to correct your errors. But man, I'm not doing that again. I mean, I don't find it fun to begin with. That's still adequate. It may be the highest thing on this anybody will ever upload. I'm not sure if he uploaded one. Maybe he did. Okay, so now I want to talk about my specs for the championship. Froggy told me that he thought that my system settings were too weak to handle a live streaming chat where we're going to have to do the typing championship in Zoom, and my processor speed might not be powerful enough. I have 2.66 gigahertz processor and 4 gigabytes of RAM, and Foggy told me that might not nearly be enough and I have to buy something. I don't know what I might have to buy though. I've also never tried to use Zoom ever. I mean, I had never even heard of it until the pandemics. I thought Skype was what everybody used, or WhatsApp in Europe, but apparently it's all Zoom now. I was slow on the uptake there. I've never even installed it. I mean, you can see I have Skype here. I don't have Zoom. But if you have any advice of what I should buy to try to compete with Jack, I mean, I think Jack is going to beat me. I think losing this to Jashe was probably a bad sign in regards to the championship. And also, I mean, if you look at the leaderboard, I haven't shown the leaderboard, but did they change it to remove the people who dropped out? I wonder. No, they have not. Yeah, I mean, in my previous video, I only got up to 190, and then Shaq got quickly up to 200. Shaq lost power in Tropical Storm Isaias, because he lives in New Jersey, and that was where it hit the most. So he did not do many races on here. If you compare the number of races each of us did, I mean, it's an insane difference. Shaq did, I think, 60 races. Oh, 188. Oh, he did some more later. I think he only had like 60 races. Izzy had like 400. He did most of his, I guess, before the preliminary runs and after it. He only did like 400 during it. I did like 800. Almost all of the races I had were during that time interval. So I did a lot more races to beat the scores they got. I was on a bad keyboard. I was on a rubber dome keyboard, and I'm slower on those. I expect to be faster than Izzy in competition. I do not expect to be faster than Shaq. So I may have to go extra hard on the accuracy. Now, they are scoring according to a point system, which is basically words per minute times accuracy. So if you get like 200 words per minute and 98% accuracy, it would be 200 times 0.98 or 196. It may not seem like a large difference, but Shaq and I are close enough in speed, and I am potentially more accurate enough, I think, that I could swing a difference, and I could maybe win a race in terms of points that I lost in terms of speed. I can see that happening. I don't think Shaq could do that, but I think I could. That may be what I need to do, because he does have more of a top speed, so I may need to go extra hard on the accuracy. You gotta zig when the other person is zagging, to use a stupid cliche, but... So here's the leaderboard as it is, and I wanted to show this since I know a few of these people are going to be removed. M. Porsche 2, who is Alpha Panda, has dropped out. A pack of Smarties, a famous Robloxer who knew almost nothing about typing, but was really good at it anyway, also dropped out. Retrolize, aka Izanagi, dropped out. I think Shiogran and Foggy, those were the 5 to drop out. So, Pickle Power, Andrea Klagi Farsi, Shumika Levy 9, Jelani Nelson, and Jesse Garcia advanced when all those other people dropped out. And I'm glad to see a lot of them, because a lot of them were close personal friends. I've talked to Andrea quite a bit about Intersteno and stuff, and I've been talking to Schumacher for years. Jelani invited me to the original Ultimate Typing Championship, so I thought I had to reciprocate, and I did, and I was kind of upset when he missed. I'm glad he ended up making it. And Jesse tried so hard at this. Jesse tried harder than anybody else did. He had 8,000 races, and he's had 1,600 since, I guess, but it was 8,000 at the time of the contest, the preliminary round. Why is Alt Left not working, I wonder? Alright, I gotta do it. Oh, because I opened a new tab. Is it a new... No, it's not a new tab. Well, yeah, it is. It opened a new tab. Okay. That's why Alt Left wasn't working. So yeah, I'm glad those guys entered. If I had to pick right now, I mean, I've been saying that Shaq had a 50% chance, I had a 35% chance, Izzy had a 10% chance. Izzy should beat both Shaq and I more than he does on paper, but we both seem to rattle him. I would have given Shazzy a 2% chance, Alpha a 2% chance, and the field 1% chance. Now that Alpha has dropped out, I'll give Kathy a 1% chance and VL a 1% chance, because they both do have consistent speed at times. And they both have different styles that could clash against other people's. Like if it was Mako and I pretty much type the same way. Well, he types more purely homeworld, but I mean we type the same way in terms of a focus on accuracy, not being so good on bursting, but okay. A steady and plotting improvement, but nothing really flashy or exciting. I mean, in all those senses, Mako and I take the same way, except that he's just 15 or 20 words a minute slower. So I don't think if there was a contest like this, Mako could ever beat me, but Kathy or BL maybe could, because they have such different styles that clash against a lot of the other top players. While Mako types exactly the same as me with 15 words a minute slower. If he entered in this, he probably could not win. So anyway, there it is. If any of you have some advice about what sort of specifications I need, that would be great. And I'm going to probably also record some of what I'm streaming. Maybe I won't do that, because maybe that would be too many applications to load. Okay, if they're going to record it anyway, I'm probably just going to let them do it. I probably won't stream myself, because loading Zoom and loading OBS, nah. I don't think my computer could have it, and I think it would cost me the championship. I'm probably just going to do the Zoom. But you'll still be able to see it on their recording anyway. I'm going to wear the same outfit I had for the Ultimate Typing Championship last time. The same DOS keyboard shirt and that cruddy pair of beige shorts I had that day. And if I can find it, I might wear the name tag they gave me too, just for goofs. Anyway, I may or may not have another video up before Saturday. I might try some other sites. I think I'm sort of ready. After that, I've broken the keyboard in, but I should probably do more practicing on the TypeRack site itself. I might not do that on a recording, but at least I had something there for you, and I'm sure you've been waiting for it for a long time, although I'm sure some of you will be disappointed that I didn't break Jashe's record. I'm not surprised. I didn't exactly expect to after he beat me over 10 minutes. Anyway, oh wait, yeah, my Patreon subscribers, but I don't want to expose their email addresses, so let me turn off the display here. I got a couple of new subscribers in the past few days. Noah Horn of Type Racer Data fame just subscribed to me. So did Milos, M-I-L-O-S-Z. I wonder if that's Milos Chernolovsky. No, it's not. Milos Chernolovsky was the first person to win the Multilingual Interceno Championship 3 times, but no, it's a different guy. And I mentioned Noah, and just yesterday I got a new subscriber, Jungtian Lee. And I would like to thank my regular subscribers. Maybe I'll just read them all off this time. My go-to subscribers: Alan McCreary, Ollie F, Jashe Poon, congratulations, your record remains intact. Keegan, Linsk, Richard Hoffmeyer, Robot Butler, and Sniffing Pickles, as well as my silver subscribers, Aaron Adams, Troxic, Fida, Harold, Satish, who I believe upgraded from Bronze, and Dessel, and my Bronze tier members, Ben Lowe, Cameron Touchette, Champy, JJ, Jungtan Lee, Joseph Moon, Noah Horn, 1% Better, Pierre M, Tim Jeffrey, Viroxis, and Milosh, who just signed up. Thank you, everyone, and bye. I have some other ideas for some of the other typing games I may do in the next couple weeks, but maybe not until after this contest is over, like some of those other tests that were just started out, like Cameron's Type Mash and Icomaniac's Type.gg site, which is funny and confusing, because if you actually go to Type.gg, you get you get something else entirely. You get this fireworks display, which is cute, but I mean, Jashe shouldn't have used that as the name of his site if it's just going to be a fireworks display. Okay, see ya.